Hi guys, today we are going to make Basque cheesecake. We'll be starting the process from scratch. We'll be making cream cheese at home. As you can see, this has turned out really beautiful. So, let's begin now. To begin with, we'll boil the milk and then add on lemon juice or vinegar, whatever you have at your home. This is approximately 1.5 liters of milk, and this will yield approx 6 to 700 grams of burnt Basque cheesecake. We are making cream cheese from scratch because I find it really expensive when it comes to marketed products for same, and also it's really easy to make at home. And here I'll be using apple cider vinegar instead of vinegar because I have chili vinegar. I do have lemons with me, but it kind of turns sour at a point if you use lemon juice. And you have to make sure that you boil it really well, otherwise it will form some kind of mozzarella cheese, not cream cheese. So we'll have to let it boil after, even after it's has risen, and you have to continuously stir it. And after 5 to 7 minutes we'll add our vinegar, or if you feel like, you can use lemon juice as well. I have chili vinegar and I have apple cider, so I'll be using apple cider over here because I don't like that lemony sourness in my cream cheese. So you have to add your vinegar, you have to stir it, and it will curdle up. And once it starts curdling and you think there is still fat remaining, you can add more vinegar, but prior to that you have to check that it has started curdling or not. And if it is curdling really well, you need not to add more vinegar. So as you can see, my milk has started curdling. It is like in Hindi, if we call it like how you take out paneer, like how you make paneer at home from your milk. The chena, some people call it chena, some people call it paneer. So it is the same process. You can call it anything, but it is the same one and the same thing. Can you see the chena has separated from the whey? And at this point we have to cook it for like 2-3 minutes more, and then I'll strain it. And you have to take out as much chena as you can. If you feel like you need to add more vinegar and there is still fat in the whey, you can always use more vinegar, but I think I'm done at this point, so I'll just let it cook for 2 minutes more and then strain. So this is how it looks, and you cannot use store-bought paneer over here because I don't know, maybe the result would be different or something, and you cannot form cream cheese with it, or you can, I am not sure of that. So I would definitely recommend going from scratch, and it's like really simple. You need not to bother. You can ask your mother for help how to make paneer from milk, and it is the same process still here. Now you have to grind sugar. So I have ground the sugar in mixer blender. It is approx 100 grams because our frequency of eating desserts is really high. So I make sure I use minimum sugar as possible without altering the taste of the dessert. And you can take it as per your taste. So this is 2 egg yolks, 2 whole eggs, your chena, and this pancake mix we'll be using 5 to 10 grams, like 1 tablespoon. You can use any brand for like full fat cream. So we'll be grinding it all together in mixer blender and then putting it to bake. As you can see, I have added chena to the sugar mix and egg yolks, and now I'll be adding my eggs, whole eggs, and I'll be using this complete packet because it will make it like really thick and creamy. I like it that way. If you want, you can use half the pack, and don't worry about the pancake mix. If you don't have, you can always use arrowroot, or even if you don't have arrowroot, use maida, but it has not to be more than 5 to 10 grams, which is like 1 tablespoon. Grind it all together. Don't whisk it like for more than 1 minute. You have to simply create, you don't want it to be like really liquidy. You simply have to mix the things. I don't have beater, so I'm using this. This is how the mixture looks, and it smells yum. It looks beautiful. And if you don't have that full fat cream, you can use ghar ka malai, but I'm not sure the results will be same. We'll preheat the oven at convection mode at 220 degrees for approx 10 to 12 minutes and then start baking our cake. Here you go. Secure your cake tin or spring foam with butter paper like this. Do the best as you can, because I'm not that good at it, but if you can, please do that. Pour over the batter gradually. It's ready to go to oven. I was having some cream left in packet, so I just cut it off and added the cream on top. This costs me around 2200 to 2500 if I'm ordering it from outside. But if we are making it at home, I don't think so. It will cost us around more than 3 to 400. Also, the thing is, you can control the quantity of sugar. Plus, if you want, you can use vanilla essence as well. I was not having, so I just skipped it. My oven was completely preheated. I popped the cake for like approx 27 minutes at 220 degrees, and we'll just leave it to bake. And till then, you can do anything else, but keep a check. So this is how beautifully it turned out after 27 minutes being completed. You don't have to switch off the oven from here. You have to just press the stop button. You don't have to take out the cake till all the air from oven is released. For this cake, you need butter paper for sure. You need to have oven for sure. You cannot make it in gas tandoor because there are certain things which don't have alternatives, and this is one of those cakes you need to bake in oven only. We'll let it cool and then chill it for 8 to This has been chilling overnight, and I'll now take it out and garnish it with some berries and then serve it.